All right, everybody, it is time for another math problem of the day. So, this is from the SAT practice test number 1. And we have a problem here that looks a lot harder than it is. Now, one thing I want you to remember when you look at this problem, you say, "Ooh, this is hard. It's got this weird I thing, the square root. That I is the square root of -1. What is that? I've never seen a negative under a square root." And you're usually right. Can't have negatives under square roots. I is kind of this special case that allows us to do some advanced math. That being said, you don't have to do advanced math here. The SAT is not going to get too hard into this I thing. And I want you to also remember this is problem number 2, which means it shouldn't be too hard. This one's not one they're testing on our advanced math, which they might as it gets harder. But if this is so early in the section, we should be able to find a fairly straightforward solution to it. So they tell us for I equals the square root of -1, which is as much as you're ever going to need in the SAT. And they will always tell it to you. You don't even need to memorize it. If you get up to some advanced math, maybe pre-calc or calc, if you're not there already, it might come up again and it does some cool things. Don't worry about it for the SAT. So it's just telling us what is the sum of 7 plus 3i plus -8 plus 9i. And you can treat I just like you would any other variable. And if you saw this problem with a different variable, if they didn't say I is square root of -1, if they just said, oh, it's some random variable, you'd say, oh, okay, no big deal. I know what to do. Everything here is addition. So I can just collect my like terms, 7 and -8 together, that's a -1. The 3i and the 9i together, that's a 12i. And that's it. That's your solution. -1 plus 12i. And you don't have to go any further than that. All right, make sure you leave any comments or questions below. I'll be happy to answer any problems you might have. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and we'll see you back here next time. Thanks, everyone. Bye.